beautiful people. Welcome in. How are my beautiful people doing? I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for joining me. I know it might take y'all a few minutes to get here, but I will wait on y'all. And that's just interesting. How come I don't have a chat? Because that's not going to work. Let me see. Did I turn the chat off? I hope I didn't. Let's see. I see someone's here. Can y'all type for me? Because for some reason I'm not seeing the chat. Okay, it is working. Thank God. I was going to start panicking here in a minute. Hi, beautiful. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. I didn't know if you saw my pre-show live stream and what I had said, so how you feeling, Sonny? Are you feeling good? I thought by doing it this way, only giving the live stream link to people who either I invite and share it with them, or the people who pay for readings. That way there's no distraction from anyone else coming in, especially ones that, you know, want to cause chaos already just by being there. Oh, thank you. I'm good. I feel better. Last night was rough, and the night before it was rough. I mean, when I say I've been in here 10 to 14 hours every day, it's no joke. I've been in this office every single day, working around the clock, doing recordings, and it's all been for the Patreon membership. So, trying to get ahead of that. So, that's why I haven't been streaming. But, you know, that's what I had said before. You know, I was telling y'all when I started the membership, I probably wouldn't be streaming as much because I knew I probably wouldn't have nearly as much time, which this past week has proven that. What? Hey, Eternal. That was hard to get you to load that way. What are you talking about, baby? What do you mean that was hard? Oh, it was hard to get my link to load? Well, that's interesting. I wonder why that is. Wow, that's crazy. Hi, Alejandro. How you doing, baby? So yeah, I thought it'd be easier to do it this way. That way the people who aren't supposed to be here, like the ones that don't buy readings, and to keep the trolls out. I just thought that it's just not fair to the people that come to me, you know, genuinely looking for help, and who pay for readings for all the distractions and other interruptions to happen. So that way I can focus on the people who have paid for readings and that's why they come, and give them more of my time and energy so it doesn't get zapped out by others. And then I figured I could probably post the stream after it's done. So it's not like people won't have an opportunity to watch it. They just won't be able to watch it live, is all. Yes, baby, I'm good. I got some rest. I needed it. Because last night and the night before, my leg went numb on me after being in here for several days on end, recording. And it's wild, Alejandro, because I got 2 new decks in today. And other people ain't supposed to be here. So, I want to say something real quick. Yes, baby, we definitely do. God knows I do. Like this whole past couple weeks, I've been running around with my head cut off. Like I said, trying to get all my work done, and it's just taking a lot out of me. So, I don't know if you saw it last night when I streamed from my bedroom, because I couldn't sit in this chair last night. There was just no way. Um, my leg went numb on me the night before. And it didn't happen until I was done recording everything for the day and I stood up and I had no feeling in my leg or my foot. So I definitely had to go lay in bed. Because I did consider jumping on that night, but once my body told me that, I knew I was done for the night. So yeah, baby. So from here on out, it probably most of the time the streams, um, it'll be set up that way, like I said, because I don't want people in here who ain't supposed to be in here. I don't want anyone in here disrupting it. I don't want anyone in here that is gonna try and drag other people down. Like some of the trolls. I don't need any of that. Yeah, exactly. It is part of the transitioning process. And it's wild because earlier today, I was watching one of my other tarot readers that I have a lot of love and respect for. I rarely get a chance to watch them, but I turned on their reading and it had some saying something about the angels have your back, so don't worry, because I was even wondering and asking myself if I should go ahead and just make the streams unlisted like they are, to where the only people that are here are the ones that paid for a reading or the ones that have I've given the invitation to. And so I walked outside in my backyard and I was sitting there and I was petting Wolfie and I saw this feather come across right in front of me. It's like it just flew in and made sure it laid it right in front of me. And so I got it. It's like, yeah, I guess that was my spirit team confirming that. Yes. See, this is the feather I got this morning. So, Spirit was answering me and saying, yes, I needed to start doing this instead of, allowing others to drain my energy. Or the ones who just don't really care for what I do, but they just want to, I don't know, just cause interruptions. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. And nursing is very hard because I remember when my stepchild had went to nursing school. She didn't get her RN, but she is a LPN, and I knew she couldn't work because she had specific times when she was at school, and then she was doing her, what was it? What do they call it? Where she was like taking care of patients, but it was part of her schooling still. And so she had to be there at a certain time every day. And so she couldn't work either, but she was still stressed out, just trying to learn everything and take everything on. So, and knowing I've been here for over a year now, it's like, it's changed so much, but um, it's like I told people before, if you value what I do, if you genuinely value my time and appreciate what I do, then you would pay for my time. So, yeah, it was clinicals. That's what she called it. It was clinicals. So that's when she was going through all that. So, but I'm glad you got into nursing. You got through it, baby. That's a positive. But yeah, Alejandro, it's funny because I got 2 new decks in today. So, baby, I didn't know if you, what kind of reading you wanted. You didn't say. Is it about a relationship or someone you're talking to? Because I got 2 new decks in today, and one of them is about what went wrong, and the other one is about just the issues of why maybe it didn't work out. So, but yeah, I thought I'd make it more private this way. So, y'all have my full attention during the time I'm doing the readings and all that. A general reading. Okay, baby. Well, let's see. Is there a specific area you want me to focus on? Or just whatever spirit brings out? I'm still waiting for my erotic decks to show up. They haven't yet, but I'm hoping they'll be here sometime next week. Oh, so y'all have finally gotten back on the same page? Well, that's good to hear, baby. Just whatever. Okay. Well, I got a couple personal growth decks. Hold on, baby. Let me see. Let's see. What are you trying to manifest? Which one, spirit? Yeah. I got this one too. I always forget about this one. Let me see. Oh, they really are. Yeah, Sunnyland. You haven't seen the decks that are coming. They're very spicy, like very specific about certain things, and it's like, oh wow. So I got them because I know that's part of any, romantic relationship. So we'll see. See how many people are interested in that kind of reading about their relationship. And there's others out there I still wanted to get. So, all right. Let me see. Spirit, show me. Actually, I want to do this. Where did that one deck go before I do that? Let me just get the overall energy. What Spirit wants to talk to you about, and then I'll pull from these other decks. Spirit, can you show me what's the overall energy for this reading for Alejandro? What's the overall energy, Spirit? Please and thank you. Spirit, show me what's the overall energy for Alejandro in this reading. Ooh, Six of Cups, baby. Which is all about nostalgia. It could be, you know, childhood memories. It can also be about any relationships you're, you know, partaking in right now. Like, you know, with the relationship with the Cancer. You've been thinking about it, reminiscing about it. It's been on your mind a lot. It looks like this is going into a love reading, baby. So, let me pull out the other deck first. And then I'll pull some Oracle. I'm going to use my Kipper deck over here. Alright, Spirit. Can you show me? Six of Cups energy for Alejandro, Spirit. What is it that Alejandro needs to know pertaining to Six of Cups? Show me recent past, Spirit. Well, that one just came out. Well, this is like you, baby. Caregiver. Talking about nursing. Here you are, baby. Being represented. Alright, Spirit. Show me present. Surrounding the Six of Cups energy. Alejandro, what's this, baby? Here's you. And what does that say? I can't make this up. I guess that's me coming out in this, like, what? No, I mean, it says fortune teller, but baby, it could be anything. It could be, you know, your psychic gifts, intuition, unexpected news, the unknown, seeking answers, which presently seeking answers. That's just too funny. Can't make it up. All right, Spirit. Show me the center. What's hidden? What's surrounding the Six of Cups energy? What's at the center of this? For Alejandro, Spirit. Please and thank you. Wealthy woman. Hey, Alejandro. Does your Cancer woman have any wealth, or is she considered like influential? Spirit, now show me. What's the advice surrounding the Six of Cups energy? And then I'm going to pull out the clarifiers. Show me, Spirit. Whoops. What's the advice surrounding the Six of Cups energy? Journey. Okay. Best possible outcome, Spirit. Best possible outcome. Well, that feels like you. But you're still getting trapped in your thoughts, baby. You keep overthinking everything. I feel like most of this is surrounding your relationship with this Cancer. Because this is you, like stuck in almost like that Eight of Cups, or not Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords energy. Overthinking everything. Imprisoning yourself. That self-limiting beliefs type energy. So, I want to see. Because that's like you, like fear of the past returning is what Spirit just said. There's this fear of things, of patterns being repeated, not learning, that kind of thing. All right, Spirit. And that's interesting. I got the Lovers right here. All right, Spirit. Now, can you clarify these cards for me, please? And then I'll pull some Oracle. I'm going to address each one of these cards separately. Alejandro. Even though I asked for advice and the best possible outcome, I feel like there's also a message behind it. So look at them like individual scenarios of possibly things that have already happened or things that are getting ready to happen. Because I'll probably pull a couple more cards. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Let me just do it this way. There's something about the journey, though. Like a lesson being learned. Spirit, can you give me two more? What else does Alejandro need to worry about that's coming towards him? Surround this Six of Cups energy. Well, there might be some sad news on the way, baby. Something that you might be disappointed about. What else, Spirit? Surround Six of Cups energy. Yeah, you know how I said, like, this feels like the past returning, the fears of things coming or going down that direction again. I even have routine, like, talking about exactly that, those patterns, repeating itself. Let's see. And baby, that's exactly how, that's exactly the way to think about it. Is that it will be that way. Alright, Spirit. Clarify. Why is this caregiver card here surrounding the Six of Cups energy? Show me, Spirit. Why is this caregiver card here? Pertaining to the Six of Cups energy. Clarify, Spirit. Yeah, you're busy at work and you're putting all the time and attention into work. But I feel like you're still needing an outlet. There's something else you still need to be doing, baby. Besides, you know, being that nurse, you know, taking care of your patients. Spirit's still saying there's something else you got to do. With this Ace of Wands, like there's other opportunities out there or other possibilities that you can create for your life, even for yourself professionally, that can grow your foundation and in turn build a long, stable life that when you do, you know, go into this relationship, if with this Cancer, if it does continue to grow, y'all will have a lot more there to build on, to where at least it won't be as, what's the word I'm looking for? Stressful to, you know, be worried about how y'all are going to eat, feed yourselves, and so on. All right, Spirit. Can you give me one more card pertaining to this? No, you can't give me a few. Come on, Spirit. What else about this Ace of Wands and caregiver spirit? Yeah, the Chariot comes out with it. So I feel like it's about taking action, baby. But also having that strength in yourself and that determination to keep going. And even when things might get hard, whether it pertains to your job or it pertains to you putting your time and energy into something else, though, you know, there's always going to be those bumps in the road. But Spirit's asking you to trust and have faith that it's going to go exactly how it's meant to go, as long as you keep moving forward and don't look back. All right, Spirit, now clarify this fortune teller. Why is this fortune teller card here? This is just too funny. I think this came out once before for you, Alejandro. Why is this fortune teller card here, Spirit? Yeah, overthinking things. The anxiety of everything, baby. You know, with the fortune teller, it's about, you know, your gifts, you know, trusting in them, trusting in yourself, but also overthinking everything with this Nine of Swords. Because it's like you almost get like so overwhelmed with endless possibilities, or, you know, worst case scenario, but also the best case. And it's, you know, disrupting your peace, baby. So that's why you're like coming to me seeking those answers and guidance without also turning to yourself, trusting in who you are too, baby. So keep trusting yourself. But Spirit, can I have one more card? Show me exactly what the heaviest worry is for Alejandro subconsciously. The Hangman. Resisting change. The uncertainty. Even that kind of like resisting to surrender to what is to come. And it's almost like not having enough focus, which is why you keep finding yourself over here with this Nine of Swords. You know, the Hangman is someone that's supposed to have different perspective. Someone that doesn't allow themselves to get stuck unless, you know, they overthink things. So I feel like for you, you still catch yourself getting stuck in your mind, imprisoning yourself with it because of the Nine of Swords. So that's why you keep coming to me seeking that guidance, that reassurance. I feel like is what you constantly need right now. Yeah, baby, just trust that. I know those visions. I know all of that could be overwhelming and stressful. It happens to me, baby. Like I still got a couple of readings I gotta do, recordings, and it's different downloads that I keep getting. Um, and I've even had a couple of spirits come visit me a few days ago and wanted to, were asking me to give a message to their loved one. Of course, I was having trouble get the name of their loved one, but they told me that their loved one watches me. So they'll receive the message. Or if not, if they don't watch me, there's someone they know who watches me who will pass the message on. So I get it, baby. It's hard to let go and relax. All right, Spirit, show me. Why is this wealthy woman here? For Alejandro, Spirit, surrounding the Six of Cups. Because I feel like you keep thinking about the past repeating itself. That's very much why this Six of Cups is here. Spirit, clarify this wealthy woman. Why is it here? Finding that fairness. It's a matter of finding that balance, baby. Even with whether it's your own creativity, charm, um, trying to live the good life, or this could even be the Cancer being represented. But I get the feeling this is someone from your past that might have, we'll say, some type of wealth that your mind goes back to. And I almost feel like to a certain point, like Spirit saying this is a life lesson that you're meant to go through and learn right now with the Justice card. Even though she might have been someone you wanted, she might be someone that, you were hoping things to work out with, but it doesn't seem like, even if the relationship was to be given an opportunity, I don't feel like it would be fair. I don't feel like it's going to be balanced. And so that's what Spirit's saying. This is the lesson. So give me more, Spirit, about this Justice card and this wealthy woman. What else, Spirit? Yeah, it's all about juggling. Spirit saying that there's something that needs more planning in order for you to execute it. Because I have Two of Pentacles, but I have it in reverse. So it's about having that fairness, that justice, that balance. But it's also got to be you willing to plan and then execute what you are planning and make sure that you do it well and it's not, scattered or disorganized in any kind of way. Or even, become so overwhelming for you that you're not able to, hold your focus or think clearly. So thinking too much about her. And Alejandro, I get the feeling, baby, that you know who I think this is. I believe this is that doctor. Spirit just said this is the doctor you're thinking about. Give me more, Spirit. I might have to pull out some of my love oracle decks for you. I already know. What else, Spirit? With this Two of Pentacles, justice for wealthy woman. Alejandro needs to know. Yeah, it might be a heavy load, baby. Because, like this doctor, she obviously has wealth because of what she does. But it's like, Spirit saying, there still may be a problem with, sharing the responsibilities of the relationship, or one not giving enough, or the other, having too much high of expectations because of their profession. So at the end of it, you might feel overwhelmed by it, and you might feel like it's like a burden. And you might even get to that point to where it starts to collapse because you're still trying to find, still juggling everything, even your needs and your wants with her. Okay. All right, Spirit. Now give me sad news. Clarify, why is the sad news here, Spirit? What else, Spirit? Show me. It's around the 6. Whoa. Half my deck just fell out of my hand. Spirit. Clarify the 6 of Swords with sad news surrounding the 6 of Cups. Give me more, Spirit. Give me more, Spirit. Why is that here with the 6 of Swords? I just heard taking a break. And 6 of Pentacles. Number 6 must be a major number for you, baby. because the overall energy is the Six of Cups. And then I have the Six of Swords here. And then I even have the Six of Pentacles here. So I feel like right now, though things haven't been, working out for the best the way you had hoped, and there might have been some disappointment in it, in this whole process, things are getting better. Things are moving in the right direction with the Six of Swords. You're overcoming this, and it might even feel like things are starting to level out, where conflicts with others have been resolved. And this could be a past person, or this could be someone you're dealing with right now, or it could be both. But you're, allowing things to let go, even though there was a lot of sadness and disappointment. You're starting to restore your peace again, to where you're out of the woods too, because the Five of Pentacles came out with it. But the Five of Pentacles came out in reverse. So this is more tied to like your money, your material, and things in the past. Maybe you had to let go of like not having as much money. So saying like not taking up or taking on as many patients or responsibilities to make that income. But now you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that sadness and letting go and going forward to now invest and work harder to where you will receive more abundance. Because I have this Six of Pentacles here. And the Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. And so I feel like now you're going to be not just generous because you have the material or monetary, but you're going to be more generous with your time and energy to where before, in the recent months, I feel like you had to pull back and focus on yourself emotionally and mentally. And maybe you weren't as prepared to give of yourself to others because you didn't have enough in your tank to give to both others, but also most importantly yourself. But now you've come out of that phase and going on to bigger and greater things is what Spirit just said. And I feel like you're learning a lot more about yourself now, and even others that are willing, you're starting to learn how to separate the ones who are just there to take from you, and then the ones who are willing to give as much as you give them. You told the Cancer that you will be busy with work next week and moving forward. So you let her know that she won't be as active. Yeah. And it's good you've been spending time with her. But yeah, I feel like it's time to call your energy back and focus on yourself a little bit more. Because in order to give to her or to give to anyone else, you have to still give to yourself. So it's almost like back to, not back to the drawing board, but there's a routine that needs to be restored, I feel. And I feel like that's why this routine card's here. Because right now, in, recent days or even weeks, you've broken your routine by, spending quality time with her to where now you got to get back to work and taking on the routine of taking care of your patients, but also taking care of yourself. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Going to a concert. Well, that'll be fun, baby. And there's nothing wrong with the routine. Yeah, I can get stagnant, and I get that, but that's when, you just unexpectedly do something, when you just get that call to do it. Well, that's good to hear. All right, Spirit, show me. Clarify routine. Why is the routine card here? Oh, Clarify routine, Spirit. Four of Pentacles. Being attached to your job. What else, Spirit? Knight of Swords. What else, Spirit? Show me. Well, I have 10 of Cups here. Came out. So, how we're talking about routine and how you said you need to get back to, working and focusing on yourself. And Spirit's confirming that with this Four of Pentacles, which is all about accumulating, your stability, whether that's the material, the mental, the emotional, or all above, and also conserving it. So in order to conserve your energy and to take care of yourself, you have to go back to what has worked for you this whole time, back to your normal routine, which is why I feel like this Knight of Swords came out, but it came out in the reverse. So Spirit saying that, some things might be hard and you might miss some opportunities, but it's not like it's a missed opportunity that won't come back to you later, or um, something that is meant to happen in your life. Like you're meant to go back to your routine, because if you were to like keep doing what you've been doing, it's almost like you're going to miss the opportunity that your routine is going to bring towards you now. So I feel like, yeah, she might get hurt a little bit by you not being around as much. But I also feel like she will come to that understanding if she hasn't yet. Because I do get the 10 of Cups here. And that's all about mental and emotional fulfillment. This is all about like that happily ever after. The harmony, the fulfillment, even divine love and peace. So in order to have this, you got to return to this routine, and to also focus on this, conserving your energy and conserving your material. And so that whatever opportunities, or we'll say blessings in disguise, but it's not a blessing in disguise, because some things, turn out bad, but it might be a blessing in disguise in the long run. I feel like that's what some of this is over here. It would be more like a teaching lesson to you than anything else. But I feel like things are going to go back to where they need to be, where you're going to find that happiness and that balance with everything. And baby, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's good that you have been spending all this time with her, because you're building that foundation with her and getting to know her. So, and if you have the time and the opportunity to give to it and spend this time with her, I would encourage you, as long as you feel happy and you're receiving just as much as you're giving to her. And it sounds like you are. So you got me all curious about this Cancer now, baby. I want to see. Let's see. Spirit. I pulled that card. I pulled that deck before, but I'm not going to do it this time. Let's see. This is my phase deck. Let's see. Spirit, show me. What's going on with this Cancer that Alejandro's been connecting with, spending time with? Where are things at right now? Where are things at right now with this Cancer spirit? I feel like you are detaching, letting go of the past. Cutting out all those things that don't serve your highest good. And I only say that because this keeps speaking to me. This is on the bottom of one of my other decks that I have. And it's scissors. Separation, cutting something out, letting go. And I do feel like you're cutting things out and letting go. Alright, Spirit. Show me about this Cancer that Alejandro has been spending a lot of quality time with. Spirit, show me. Please and thank you. Tell me about this Cancer Alejandro spending time with. Well, that came out. Social expectations. Keeping the outward appearance but inward wasting away is not fair to you or your partner. Learn to let go. So there's something about the social expectations you or her has about, you know, whether it is spending time together or even what the future would hold. And Spirit saying stop trying to live up to other people's expectations. Only live up to your expectations and even her expectations of what y'all can create together. Leave the outside world out. They don't have to like it, but it's not their life to live. And I see you're having fun, and that's what you said, because I got fun connection here. And it says, there is nothing better than being with someone who adds fun to your life. Enjoy the adventure and be happy. What else, Spirit? What else does Alejandro need to know about this Cancer? Well, I think I said this to you before, baby, but Spirit's bringing it out again. Abstinence. So it's like, is it a time to break that cycle where you or her haven't been having sex with anyone? That's up to you, baby. I told you before, allow the mental and the emotional connection to be what drives this first before you bring in the physical. And I believe you're being responsible in that. Oh, that's so beautiful, Alejandro. I love hearing that, baby. What else, Spirit? What else does Alejandro need to know about this Cancer he's dating? Give me one more. Give me one more, Spirit. Feeling like a child again. That's great. Show me, Spirit. Well, there's definitely sexual chemistry. You'll feel a powerful sexual chemistry with someone that will turn into something lasting on a deeper level. So, I feel like you will end up breaking this and having this. I feel like it will be soon. But, baby, my advice is to hold out as long as you can. I understand we're all humans and we have needs, right? But you don't want it to turn. You know, like what you've been building with her, that's beautiful. Like you said, you're having fun. You feel at peace. And y'all are getting to know each other. Try and avoid this as much as you can. Oh, Lord. I should know better. I should know better. Well, baby, you have no judgment here. Especially if the sexual chemistry is that strong. I'm sure it'd be hard to resist it. You want me to pull out my erotic deck for you? just because it's the PG version one, so you know I don't have the other ones yet. Let's see. Is it one of these? 222 confirmation. Let's see. Spirit. What does Alejandro need to know about this Cancer and this connection when it comes to the erotic, spicy side? Because this is actually all about that mental and emotional connection too. The other decks that aren't here yet are more focused on the physical. So, Spirit, what does Alejandro need to know about his sexual relationship with this Cancer? You're my victim. You're my first hamster I get to test this out on. Spirit, show me. Show me, Spirit. Well, Spirit, trust your intuition. So trust the connection. Trust the sparks. Trust in the mental and emotional dynamic, but even now the physical, because y'all have already done it. Yes, you're right, to cuddle afterwards. You're right, baby. That is nice. Especially when it's with someone who genuinely cares about you and wants to do that. That's not just there, you know, to be bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. So I like that. And I get it, baby. It's been a while for you. I understand. Spirit, what else does Alejandro need to know about this connection with this Cancer when it comes to their spicy activities? Well, it might be one of those friends with benefits, baby. It might be one of those. You're going to have to decide that. That's why I was saying hold out if you can, but you already did it. Y'all broke that spell, that dry spell like this card says right here. So there's definitely a deep physical connection there. Just be careful, baby. It doesn't become toxic. Because Spirit's saying it might become toxic. And it might only be, you know, y'all make up and then break up. Or someone uses it as a manipulation to get something else. So be careful you don't fall into that trap. I know it feels good right now because y'all just done it recently, but in time it may not. Let's see, Spirit. What else? What else does Alejandro need to know about his relationship with this Cancer when it comes to all the spicy? Center stage. Oh, well, either you put her desires and pleasures first, or she does it for you, because it says center stage. It's almost like someone's putting someone on a pedestal. So are you putting her on a pedestal, or is she putting you on a pedestal? One more, Spirit. What else about their sexual connection, Spirit? Alejandro needs to know with this Cancer. Please and thank you. Someone might have unrealistic expectations too, baby. Y'all's expectations of each other. Either her expectations of you or your expectations of her. I mean, sexually, sure. But I feel like it might spill over in other areas too. Other relationships. So just be mindful of that, baby. Make sure you communicate. Because I feel like it could change very quickly. There might be, you know, something that comes up again to where y'all may not end up understanding each other, or there'll be a dispute about something. Let's see. How does this Cancer feel about you? I want to see this first. Show me, Spirit. What else about this dynamic with this Cancer? That Alejandro. Did I make you blush, baby? Because I pulled out that erotic deck. You're not saying nothing. Spirit, show me about this connection with Alejandro and the Cancer. Whoa. Extravagant gestures. Yeah. I know this would be you. I know you're very generous. So you definitely like to give to her. And you feel like very excited. This is like that Knight of Cups rushing in, wanting to sweep her off her feet. Spirit, what else? But this could also be something she might be expecting from you too, baby. So be careful. Spirit said that. She might be expecting something. What else, Spirit? Divine intervention. Well, you got your angels helping you. Show me. What else, Spirit? But here's that mental prison, baby. You keep putting yourself in. Even though this is going well, and I feel like it's being guided and helped by your spirit guides and your angels, you're still finding yourself here. So you've got to still get out of your own way, baby. They might even be overthinking you. So, because I feel like this can turn almost into an obsession. I don't know why I'm getting that, but Spirit's saying it. This can almost turn into an obsession, almost like an unhealthy one. Spirit, clarify. Why is this extravagant gesture here? Clarify, Spirit. Well, Spirit's saying that even if you do extravagant things, almost like how that Six of Pentacles came out earlier, she will give you the same in return. There will be equality in it. So, something that might be extravagant to her, I feel like she might do something similar that you might find extravagant. So, there will be equal give and take in this. Alright, Spirit, clarify. Mental prison. No. Clarify. Mental prison, Spirit. Ooh, baby. Be careful about jealousy. If that's something you're worrying about, baby, nip it in the butt. This mental prison is because of jealousy. So, this is either you or her. And it's crazy because I remember telling you last time I did your reading, something about the jealousy did come up, if you remember. And you do feel like things are reciprocated. And that's great, baby. And that makes you want to give that much more. You know, it's like me, you know, or we'll use, you know, me reading tarot for an example. You know, when people like you come to me, I feel very appreciated. You know, I feel like, you know, my time, my energy, and what I give is valued. Um, Especially when y'all pay me to do a reading. So, and I give y'all more of my time, and I try and make sure I give you that one-on-one time. But she might get a little jealous, baby. It's either you or her. I almost feel like it might be both of y'all, though, really. Don't shoot me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. Let me see. Which one, Spirit? Let me see. Spirit, show me. When it comes to jealousy, is this jealousy the Cancer that Alejandro is dealing with? Dating? Why is this jealousy card here? Is it because the Cancer gets jealous, or is it going to get jealous? Maybe. I got maybe twice, baby. In fact, the first one says messy. Complicated situation. It might get messy, baby. And the other one is shelved. Being put to the side. So it's like, you know how you just told her that you're going to have to, you know, you're going to be busy these next couple weeks. She might get jealous because she's not going to be getting as much of your time. So, fair warning, baby. You've already been clear with her that you have to work, but she might get a little jealous. A little clingy, we'll say. Possibly a little obsessive. And you being you, baby, I would understand. So, how does she feel, Spirit? How does a Cancer feel about Alejandro? Where are her thoughts and feelings at right now? Spirit, show me. How does this Cancer feel about Alejandro? Well, I can't take those, Spirit. Those just dropped out of my hands. Alright, Spirit, come on. How does this Cancer feel about Alejandro? How does a Cancer feel about Alejandro? Being vulnerable is really hard for me. I've been thinking about how I can open up to you. So, know that being vulnerable might be difficult for her, but she's still wanting to open up to you. So, yeah, you're right about that. So you have been there before, being jealous and obsessed. And it's not a pleasant state to be in, baby. You know, I remember my parents telling me a long time ago, and I think it was either me or my brother, it was one of us, when something happened at school. And um, it was the afternoon, you know, we had just sat down to have dinner and talking to my parents. And it was either me or my brother telling them about something that happened, and, you know, one of us being jealous about something. And my parents looked at me and my brother and like, don't get jealous. You know, did that jealousy make you feel better? I think it was my brother. Yeah, my brother said no. And I remember my daddy saying, so why are you allowing yourself to get upset and wrapped up in that? You know, it's pointless to get jealous because jealousy doesn't change anything. It only makes you upset and makes you feel worse about it. So, so be careful about that, baby, because she might get jealous too. Spirit, what else? But there was another saying my parents had with it. I'll tell you in a minute. How else does this Cancer feel about Alejandro, Spirit? Did y'all party a lot? Ooh, I fantasize about you all the time. She fantasizes about you. And look at this, Alejandro. This is at the bottom of my deck. It says, I was not ready for a commitment, and you are commitment material. So she's seeing this as true potential for a serious commitment. I do like seeing that for you, baby. It's making you feel good, like a little kid again. All right, let me pull. I want to see. I did pull from this deck the last time, but I'm going to pull from it again. Try to help you here, baby. Actually, let me pull from this one. This is my new one. What could be the potential problems or issues, Spirit, that Alejandro will have with this Cancer? What could be the potential problems or issues in this relationship with Alejandro and his Cancer lady? What could be the potential problems and issues they may face in their relationship? She's 35. Oh, wow. Spicy Peruvian. Ooh. Oh, she's definitely spicy. Spirit. That one came out. Yeah, but it didn't jump completely out. So, Spirit, show me. What are the potential issues and problems Alejandro may face? You know how we talked about jealousy, baby? Here you go. I don't know if you can read that, but I'll read it. It says, under surveillance 24/7, being watched closely all the time. So she might keep a close eye on her social media again. And I remember that came up the last time about the jealousy. Um, could even possibly become stalkerish. Because I even think I got the stalker card too when I did the reading last time. Spirit, what else? What else could be the potential problems and issues Alejandro may face with this Cancer lady he's dating? Money. Someone may have an issue with money. So money may change them. Give me one more, Spirit. What else could be the potential problems and issues they may face? Show me, Spirit. If y'all get into an argument, it might get ugly. Argue wars. Argument, competitions, needing to have final words. Plays who has the most shit on each other. So, the arguments might get pretty bad, baby. Just take a deep breath. Don't feed into it. Don't feed that monster. Because otherwise, if you feed the monster, it'll blow up. Now, Spirit, be more clear about the potential problems pertaining to these cards. Can you, like, clarify or confirm for me? And then I'll get you some advice, baby. Spicy. Spirit, show me. Can you clarify or confirm these cards? I remember that coming up the last time. Let them take the wheel. So it might be allowing her to take charge sometimes instead of you always taking the lead, which I believe, you know, that men are supposed to take the lead. They're supposed to take charge. But I think it's okay to release it sometimes and allow, you know, the other person, you know, typically the woman, to take the lead too when they want to. And someone may still have a fear of commitment. This is at the bottom, which is crazy because, where did it go? What she was thinking, I was not ready for a commitment, but you are like commitment material. So she might still fear being tied down. Like she might still fear you might be too good to be true. So, but baby, take that as a compliment. Don't take that as a bad thing, because to me, it's not a bad thing. You know, you're that type of guy that does what most women would dream their man to do for them or want to do for them. And I know when we've talked in the past, when I've done other readings for you, you have shared with me some things you've done, and that's what, you know, I would want my guy to do for me. So there's nothing wrong with that. But she might run away from it, or she might be hesitant at times. All right, Spirit, can I get some advice? What's the advice for Alejandro Spirit? What's the advice, Spirit? Advice, Spirit, for Alejandro, please. Well, I got 3 of Pentacles here. So, just make sure you're planning and doing things together. So, but this feels both about you with work, but also in your relationship with her. Make sure y'all working as a team. 3 of Pentacles is all about working in a partnership, whether that's professionally or personally. But be careful, baby, that you don't get stuck in this 5 of Swords energy, because the energy might shift and it might go south because of potential arguments. And that one card coming out about the argue wars, I'm seeing this as that right there. 5 of Swords is all about having those arguments and in it to win it at all costs, pretty much. Well, that's good. You let her know that. And what did she say when you told her that? That y'all are supposed to be a team, because that's true. Y'all are supposed to work as one. Especially if this goes into an exclusive relationship. Just keep communicating with her, baby. Spirit, what else? What else does Alejandro need to know about this connection with his Cancer lady? What's the advice? I got Hangman again. And this came out in your beginning of your reading. Where'd that card go? Here was the Hangman over here. And here's the Hangman coming out as the advice. Yeah, same card. I got 2 of these decks. So, baby, be careful that this right here doesn't get you stuck. Or it doesn't, it delays your focus. It holds you back. Or there's, you know, that uncertainty. What else, Spirit? What else does Alejandro need to know overall? And I have 2 of Swords in reverse. Make sure you're not ignoring any red flags either. So pay attention to the red flags, baby. Because you might be forced to have to make a decision you're not going to like. But if the universe makes it for you, baby, then it needed to be made. Because that meant that there was a change that had to take place, but you kept resisting it. Which would be like this Hangman over here, resisting it. So be wise. Pay attention to the red flags. Do not resist it. Alright. Let me pull one of these cards for you. And then an angel message. Where my angel deck go? It's over there. Alright, Spirit. Can I get a closing message for Alejandro, please? Oh, of course, Sunnyland. Yeah, that's true, too. You would have to be extra careful with it being at work, but no, beautiful. I don't think he met her at work. Let's see. Alejandro can confirm that. I don't believe he met her at work. Up there. Alright, Spirit. Last closing messages for Alejandro, please. Thank you. Closing messages, Spirit. A pessimist. Setbacks or obstacles in life are not failures unless you quit. Don't allow negative thoughts cripple you. There's the Eight of Swords coming up again, baby. Talking about this right here. Let me find it. Or Nine of Swords. Because both the 8 and 9 could be the same. Stop being the pessimist. And I know you know this, baby. And I know you've been working on that. And that's great. But Spirit just wants to remind you not to get trapped in this. Allow yourself, to believe. Believe in possibilities. Believe in miracles. Otherwise, it might cripple you and it's going to hold you back. You're going to be imprisoned. Like, where did that other card go? So I got so many cards on my table. No, that's not it. Maybe I put it back. Watch, I probably put it back. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Oh. Don't allow yourself to be here. Make sure, baby, you break free from that. How to break free? By surrendering to whatever comes, whatever changes need to be made. Realizing that you're not in control of everything. Otherwise, you're going to end up here again. And that's going to throw you all off balance. Even your aura, your essence, the way you process information, the way you think, the way you do your job, it will affect all of these things. Alright, Spirit, what else? What other closing messages do you have for Alejandro? Please and thank you. So I thought it's interesting that card did come out for you, baby. Spirit was just confirming the other cards. Show me, Spirit. The Imposter. Check your circle and be careful what you say. Someone trusted is pretending to be a friend and twisting their persona. Baby, be careful people wearing a mask. Be careful of false people. Trust your intuition. Trust what you're picking up. Like that other card said, don't ignore the red flags. That's what Spirit's confirming here. Don't ignore the red flags. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. But even if your intuition keeps telling you, oh, that person's too good to be true, or, you just get a feeling like that person's up to no good. Like, no, they keep saying they're this way, but they're not. Trust yourself, baby. I know you probably think, that's where this might take over. And yeah, this is possible. But there might be something there that's very true when it comes to someone trying to pretend to be someone they're not. Or acting like they're your best friend when they're not. They want to see your downfall. They get enjoyment seeing you cry or getting upset or being disappointed. Just be careful of those people, baby. Give me one more, Spirit. Can I get one more message, please? For Alejandro. Not the Virgin. You are learning to be. There's an unproven potential that lies dormant within you, longing to come to life. So there's like that big, great creative idea, is what I just got from Spirit, that is hidden within, that you're bearing, that Spirit's saying it's time for you to bring it to life, baby. It's time for the world to see it. See your skills, your talents, your gifts. It's up to you to make it happen. I'm not saying that Spirit's going to force you, but there might be something that comes up. Because I just got obstacle, and they're even showing me an obstacle course, which is interesting. That's interesting, Spirit, an obstacle course. It's like going through a maze, baby. There might be certain things that come through, that happen, that keep taking you away from something else that you think you're meant for, you're meant to do. Um, but it seems like Spirit keeps putting you on a detour because you're meant to go do something else. And even going down that other road, there might be those challenges, like those obstacles. Like I keep seeing it, I keep being shown like an obstacle course. But that's part of the lesson. That's part of your growth. So just because things might be challenging at times, doesn't mean that that's Spirit trying to stop you from pursuing it. They're trying to grow you. They're trying to help you evolve. They're trying to strengthen you. They're trying to see what you're made of. They're trying to build your stamina and your resilience and that willpower and motivation. So it may not come easy, but it's like that saying, anything worth keeping isn't going to come easy. And I know there's something you have been working on because you and I have talked about it before. And I feel like Spirit's talking about that, baby. So, yeah, there's going to be times you might second guess yourself or think, Spirit keeps taking me somewhere else. But you're meant to do something great with it, Alejandro. And, and I know there was plans before about relocating to another country. And I understand that's probably taken out of the whole entire picture. But it doesn't mean that what this is still can't happen. It just means trying to do it here, where you feel right now you're happy, you're stable, you're getting all your wants and your needs met, and then having someone by your side that would be willing to go through that obstacle course with you to build it, to like build your empire. And I just heard Spirit say to see what kind of man you're made of. They want to see what kind of man you're made of. There was something else I was going to say, and I just thought of it. There was either a card or there was something. Holy crap, it slipped my mind, doggone it. Hopefully I'll remember it. So, I'm going to pull from this one deck real quick, which is my, one of my money and career decks. I just want to see what card comes out for you, baby. And then I'll pull your angel card to close out your reading. Spirit, show me, why is this Virgin card here? Spirit, show me. Why is this Virgin card here for Alejandro? Confirm or clarify, Spirit. auspicious time. You have guided in a magical force that aligns with the fortune you desire. Luck is most certainly on your side. Now is your chance to take advantage of this prosperous energy of good fortune. And I ask Spirit to confirm it with this. So this is that time, baby. Whatever ideas, the creativity, what you have thought of before of creating like your own business, this is that time to start really getting into that mojo and start building it. Start putting all the framework out. Because I even have good decisions at the bottom. And it says, the choice you make now will take you far. Your plans will succeed. You've overcome the barriers and you're more than prepared. You're focused and clear on where to take action. So you're making the right decisions, baby. If you want to bring it to life, break yourself out of this virgin energy so you can have this. Oh, and what I was going to say, you know, sometimes in life, and this happens to all of us, we either get a test or we get a lesson, right? So, and it seems like, you know, we go through something, we experience it once, and we get the lesson out of it, right? Like an example will be, just hypothetically speaking, I'm sure every single one of us here can say that we've been cheated on by a romantic partner at least once, right? So we all understand what that's like and the pain of being betrayed by someone that we trusted, who thought was only, you know, there for us and loving us, but found out they were loving other people too, right? So, you know, you think you heal from that and, you know, you learned your lesson and you go forward, and then you come across someone else and that person too ends up cheating on you. You know, you start a relationship with someone new, but they end up cheating on you. And that's, you know, the challenge now. Spirit wants to know, did you learn your lesson the first time? So, meaning, like an example would be, are you going to continue that relationship with this person who has betrayed you, you know, like the last person? Did you not learn your lesson from them? So, Spirit's just now finding out, did you learn a lesson? It's the test. And it's up to you to decide, are you going to act a fool again? Or are you going to take that lesson you learned the last time and apply it now in the present? So be mindful of that, baby. Oh, he does. Okay, baby, that's fun. I look forward to doing a live reading with you on my video chat. You know I'm game for it, baby. And that's beautiful, Sunnyland. He does. He is the light. He's a light worker. But there's so much more than that he can do. And I understand that texting is problematic. All right, Spirit. Can I have an angel message for Alejandro, please? Thank you. Final message for Alejandro, Spirit. What's the message? Show me some, Spirit. Thank you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this, Alejandro. Okay, baby. Yeah, you focus on the road. Well, this is your last message. I got your angel message. And it says, trust your spiritual vision. Your psychic and spiritual abilities are awakening. Trust what you are seeing, for your intuition is correct. You can read between the lines, and the information you feel rising up within you is being divinely revealed to you. You have spent lifetimes preparing for this moment. And although you may feel apprehensive, you were born for this. Believe in the beauty of your gifts. And it says, the positive affirmation is, I trust my inner vision. I trust my inner vision. Trust your spiritual vision, baby. You've been getting those downloads. Oh, well, I'm so happy I've helped you with that, baby. That makes me feel so good that I'm doing my job. I'm doing something right for someone, and I'm being helpful. Ooh, I just saw a white spirit orb. That was weird. Like, how do I explain that? I saw a white orb appear, but it's like, you know what it made me think of? If I can find a card, let's see. This is kind of like what it looked like. It makes me think of one of these cards. I could find it. And it was weird how it moved. But in a good way. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's not in here. I thought I had that card in this one. Maybe I don't. Huh. What card? What deck did I see it in, Spirit? Let me see. I don't think it's one of these, but we'll see. The only way I can describe it, there's a card that came to mind, but I don't know where it is. I don't know which deck it's in. I got so many different angel decks too. But you just think of like these wings, right? The angel wings. It's like that orb moved, and when it moves like back into like the wall to disappear, it's like the orb, um, the shape of it turned into like wings. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know how else to describe it, but it looked like wings, like angel wings. And it was so neat. It was magical. I wish it would do that again. But that's what I have for you, Alejandro. I can't even talk right. Alejandro. I hope this reading has resonated for you, baby. I hope it's answered all your questions and put away some of your fears, doubts, worries, and concerns. And I hope it's brought clarity, but most of all, I hope it's brought peace for you. For you to be guided on the right path and make the right decisions that, at the end of the day, are best for you. You know, baby, it's like I always tell you and everyone else, y'all are in charge of y'all's life. You know, I can't tell y'all what to do. I can only give y'all the messages, and y'all take those messages and choose to apply it or not apply it. You can reject anything I say. I'm not going to get upset about it. It's still your life. You got to choose for you. You know, because you're the CEO of your life. Use your discernment, though. That's what I have for you, baby. Thank you so much for being being loyal, being a loving, supportive friend, being here for me, and trusting me, baby, to do your readings. I greatly appreciate you so much. All right, baby. You be safe out there. And you have my number, Alejandro. If you want to do a private one-on-one chat video one, we can do that too, baby. You just let me know. Take care of yourself, baby. How does the saying go? Don't travel faster than your angels can fly. You know, Sunnyland, I'm not familiar with that saying, beautiful. I'm trying to think of it. It sounds like something I've heard, but I'm missing something from it. Is Asia here? Asia, did you come, sweetheart? Or did you still have to cancel? I had one other person schedule a reading, but then I got a message from them saying they may have to wait till the next stream. Something came up, so I don't know if they're here or not. I gotta put all these cards back. Let me find the different decks they go in. Oh, right there, Amanda. Right there. Let's see. Right there. 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 That goes there. Oh, this one. I pulled out all kinds of decks. Thankfully, my desk hasn't gone lopsided yet. Because like all them decks, I took off my desk and put them in that shoe holder. Yeah, most of them are back laying on top of my desk again, piled up. For me to use them to do all those readings that I've been doing. All the recordings. All the love readings for the zodiac signs. So, let's see. No, that'll go there. Goes there. There. Okay. So this, there, and there. And there. Alright. I think I got everything put back now. Asia, are you here, sweetheart? Let me check my email real quick. Make sure she didn't send me another message. So, Eternal Sunnyland, how do you like me doing it this way? Do you think this works better? What y'all's opinions? What y'all's thoughts? At least one of the things I thought it would help y'all too, to where y'all could relax more and listen to the reading I do, and not have to be so tied down trying to find all the stupid trolls that want to come in here and act a fool. Oh, yep. She says she can't make it. Something came up. Okay. It is much more peaceful, isn't it, Eternal? It helps me to focus. It helps to keep my focus where my focus needs to be, which is on y'all, the ones I'm doing the readings for, and not be scattered all over the place. No, Sonny Lynn, you don't take it, too seriously, sweetheart. You're an empath. I understand you're sensitive to it, which would, make more sense, like why something like this would even be better for my mods like you. Even for Eternal, like you said, it's much more peaceful. Because the only people that are here are the ones that got invited, or the ones that paid for a reading. So you're not, the ones that are here are not up to no good, or trying to act a fool, or make a scene. So that's why I decided to do it this way. Because earlier today, I was asking Spirit, and like I said, it was funny. I was watching one of my friends. She did a reading, and she had mentioned something about your angels are watching over you. They have your back, that kind of thing. And she even said, she's like, so if you're going through it, even if you're having issues with some things, which I'm gonna have to go back and watch her reading again because I got a confirmation. She's like, and if you are seeing like angel numbers, or you start getting feathers, then you know. And I kid you not, I sat there and I thought to myself, it's like, well, Spirit, it'd be great if I can get a confirmation like that. Let me know that what I'm trying to do, what I'm saying I need to do, what I feel is right to do, like doing this stream this way, it'd be great if I got a confirmation like that. That's telling me that, yes, I'm going about it the right way. And I kid you not, like 20 minutes later, I walked outside in my backyard to check on Wolfie. And I kid you not, I was sitting there and I was petting Wolfie. And Wolfie had jumped up and sat in the chair right underneath the table that's sitting out there. And that feather came right by in front of me. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So that was my confirmation. So Spirit agrees this is how I need to do it. So I don't want to shut people out who do enjoy the readings, who might get something from it. I just don't want all the disruptions, because I know y'all have even seen this where I'm in the middle of the reading for someone, and then you get new people that enter the stream, of course, they're saying hello to me, and that's out of respect. So I'm not upset about that. But it's the ones that'll go through and keep saying hello while I'm in the middle of doing a reading, like they're trying to get my attention. It's like they're not being respectful and reading the room, and listening that I'm doing a reading for somebody, so my attention's on that person and not on anyone else. So it's things like that. And then plus, expensing too much of my energy, especially to people who don't appreciate it, who don't value it. I'm tired of doing that. And like I said, I've enjoyed being out there for hours on end when I've done it. When I've streamed for hours on end, like Eternal knows. I've done, a 17, 18-hour stream a couple of times, and then I did that 120-hour stream. So I enjoyed doing all that, but now it's like, it's down to seriousness of what I do. Understanding that, this is a business. This is how I make my money. So having anyone else come in and disrupt the energy, or disrupt what I'm doing, or anything like that, I don't have time for that nonsense anymore. So Spirit confirmed that what I'm doing is right and what's best for me, but also best for y'all, because I even thought of y'all too. I thought of my moderators. It's like, no, it should be done this way. And, I might still, once in a great while jump out there just randomly. It's not going to be a scheduled one and do a pop-up, but I'm not going to stream out there like I've been doing to the public. It's going to be done privately this way with the people that I want there, plus the ones who pay for a reading. So others can get mad at me, but then those are the ones that would want everything for free, and only want to come to hang out, and almost just like for entertainment. They don't take anything away from what I do. They may not even believe in what I do. Or like some of them, they'll say, well, we like it when you shuffle cards because that's like, it helps them sleep. That kind of thing. It's like, no. You're not going to drain my energy that way. Or if they have other questions and want my opinion, but they won't pay for a reading. It's like, no, Spirit's saying enough's enough. They've abused the privilege, is what Spirit said, of having me out there, having that access to me. So I'll continue doing the shorts. And I'll do random, general collective readings that Spirit tells me specifically to do. That will get released out there to everyone, but it's not going to be the way it's been. So I was thinking of one other night, because I did say that when I streamed earlier before I started this stream. I was thinking of doing Wednesday night. So I figured on Saturday, during this time, however many reads I get, most people work during the weekday. Okay, fine. I'll be respectful, understanding. So I'll do it during the daytime. So this is daytime hours on the weekend. But then I don't want to shut out the people who are there at night and, may sleep during the day. So I was thinking of also doing this Wednesday night. I was going to make a video about it and put it out there so everybody will know. There will be 2 possible days out of every week. They can, schedule a live stream reading with me. Otherwise, they're going to have to do it privately, one-on-one. But those are the only 2 days I'd make myself available. Because the rest of time's going to go into the Patreon memberships. Like I said, I've been spending all my time in that. And I got to believe that it's going to pay off in the long run. And I also want to expand my reach onto other platforms too. So that's the other part of it. One step at a time. I'm hoping, and I still got to look into it. I browsed at it a few days ago. I was seriously considering getting one of those payment scheduling apps, using one of those to where my schedule will be out there for everyone to see. Whoever want to book a reading with me, it'll be out there instead of them trying to reach out to me. So that would be another way it stays more organized. And then I have a list of people of who's here, who paid for readings, who's supposed to be here, and so forth. So, hold on. I gotta run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, Eternal, what's your thoughts, baby? And so I was thinking of doing like Wednesday night. I may start it at 9 o'clock. Or 8. I was kind of going back and forth with that. And I know you're normally working, Eternal. So I know for the first couple hours you wouldn't be available, but afterwards you would be. And see how all that works. Because I also want to see, you know, if it really would be worth even the energy for me to even try and start the memberships through YouTube. Is it going to be worth my energy? Because I've seen how much the energy takes for me doing the Patreon. And I only have a few members there. So it hasn't paid itself yet. And that's what I'm waiting to see. But I got to put the time and energy into making the videos, which has been grueling and exhausting, but it's worth it as long as it pays off in the long run. And that's what I'm waiting to see. I know Eternal would prefer me to do the memberships through YouTube. Well, what I'm saying is if I bring YouTube memberships into it, I'm not getting rid of the Patreon. The YouTube memberships will be separate. It'll be a different thing. It won't be the same thing that I have on Patreon. But if people still want to show their support that way, it'll be, you know, cheaper, then that's fine. I just have to create some emojis for it. But I really have given it some thought. So I just want more of the people that come because they care and they believe in what I do to be there. People like y'all and Alejandro. But I do like it this way. It is a lot more peaceful. It's a lot more calm. I know if there was more people in here, you know, there would be more, you know, going on, but at least we know who's here are the only ones we want here. It's no trolls or anything like that. So I might make a short out of this video, out of this stream. Because, you know, the other thing I was saying is, even though I was doing it this way, that yes, the reading won't be private. It'll only be, you know, seen by the people who are in the stream like y'all at that moment. But eventually, if I choose, I'll put it out there in the public for everyone to watch it if they wanted to. But I might just make a short out of it so people can see what it is I do. Eternal, where'd you go, baby? He may have gotten distracted by one of his kids. Let me put these decks up real quick. Well, that's okay, baby. I understand. Y'all talking about dinner already. It's 4:30 for y'all and it's 6:30 for me. Y'all trying to make me hungry? Oh, yeah, I agree, Sunnyland. I think it will. Yeah, it's a lot for me to be doing right now, but once I get a lot of it done out of the way, hopefully it'll be easier. But I think it will be worth it in the long run. Well, Sunnyland, since Eternal's talking about dinner, here, how about I do a little reading for you, beautiful? Here's my one deck I'm looking for. Might use that one too. Let's just see. I agree. To where at least he got my, time and attention without the disruptions. So, I think more people would like it if they can experience it and see what it's like. Oh, you're welcome, Sunnyland. Alright. My spirit guides, my guardian angels, my great ancestors, and my loved ones who love me unconditionally and want nothing but the best for me. I humbly ask for your service. I humbly ask that you step forward and spend this time with me. Being my messengers and guides from the light. Bring forward the messages I need to hear that are clear and precise, to where I understand, comprehend, and recognize with great clarity and confirmation. For the greatest good of all those involved, please and thank you. Thou shall it be, and so it is. Spirit, what message does Sunnyland need to hear for her highest good? Please and thank you. Show me recent past, Spirit. Show me present. Now show me future, Spirit. Please and thank you. Well, you got routine just like Alejandro did. Well, you've been working hard on something. This feels like you working on yourself, though, on your spiritual work. I feel like a lot of this has to do with you gaining that doorway, opening up more to spirit, to um, the, I'll even say the 5D realm, to connect to all your ancestors, all the, what do they call them? Chosen ones. What's the other word? The other label that I was told I am. Not just the spirit guides, the ascended masters. I feel like you've been working closer, gaining that perspective, because I have occupation in the center. So, and this is presently. So I feel like you're working hard on that. I feel like you're working hard on some other projects too, around the house, or doing. Spirit just saw me a guy. No, Spirit just showed me like a guy. And it's interesting because in the recent past, I have here the mature man. So this is like either like a fatherly figure to you, or this is like your significant other, someone that you turn to, like a mentor, a close peer. It could even be like a brother, or it could be even like a teacher, or like a former manager that you used to work for, that you're not working for now. It's someone you do admire and appreciate and respect. And then I have routine in the future for you. So let's see. What I didn't get was what the overall energy was. Show me, Spirit. What's the overall energy, Spirit? Show me, Spirit. Show me. I just heard you're aligning with your higher self. And I have the sun card at the bottom. This is all about joy, success, happiness, warmth, positivity, prosperity, joy, celebration, that all is well. But I have the Five of Pentacles that came out. And this is going through that material loss. This could be losing a home, losing a job, losing a car, or maybe a bad investment of some kind. But it's, you know, this is pertaining usually to your material. But I feel like it's not that. And if it is, Sunnyland, I feel like most of this is already something you've already overcome. It's like that recovery phase, that transitional phase, getting things back together on solid ground. I feel like more of this is related to your mental and emotional, and your spiritual. There's still times that you feel like you're left out. I almost get like the energy, like you feel like sometimes you feel, I don't want to say punished, but I don't know what other word to use, Spirit. And I heard gatekeeping. There's almost this sense, Sunnyland, that I feel like there's times you ask spirit for advice, you ask spirit for help, and then when, you think you're supposed to be getting the answers, it's not the answers you got, or it's the way you got them, or it has something to do with the actual message itself. Like, okay, well, spirit, I understand this part of it, but what about all this over here? And what spirit's saying, there's still some of those things that have to be left unknown. Sometimes they can't give you the answers right then and there. Sometimes other things have to unfold first. Or there's a lesson you're supposed to learn. Or there's someone new that's supposed to walk into the picture and so forth. Well, that's a beautiful thing. You're opening yourself up to spirit. But I'm sure there's times you feel left out too with this Five of Pentacles. You feel like you're not getting enough of the information, or spirit's not showing you enough, or they're not being clear. And I get the feeling Sunnyland is part of your lesson, it's part of your growth. That maybe it doesn't come to you right away. But again, sometimes, when we want certain things to happen, or we expect certain answers to help us better, spirit may not even have that answer just yet. Or more than likely, 9 times out of 10, it's because we all have to wait for something else to happen. It's almost like playing chess. I mean, I don't really know chess. I've never played it. I've only watched a few people play it, but it's pretty much you got to wait for your opponent to make their move first. Not saying that it's always around something bad. That's not what I mean, but I'm just using the chess game as an example. You can't make your move until the other person makes their move. Then you can, make your move based on the move they made. So that's what Spirit's saying. There's some things here that may not be able to be revealed because the other person or group of people it involves, the universe has to wait for them to make a decision or to do something before they can give you that answer. Because after all, we still have free will too. Even though some things are planned for us, there are other things that aren't. So I feel like Spirit wants you to slow down. Let's see. Spirit, show me. Wait. Use this deck. Spirit, clarify. Why is this mature man here? Let me shuffle this a few times first. Spirit. Clarify this mature man for Sunny Land, please, Spirit. No, that's not work, Spirit. One card at a time. Clarify this mature man. Why is this here, Spirit? Why is this here? Why is the mature man here for Sunnyland? I get the Hermit in reverse. Who is this mature man to you, Sunnyland? Because I get the Hermit, but the Hermit came out in reverse. So, this is someone that tries to dominate. This is someone that tries to feel like they're more powerful. And because they want to like throw away or throw around their power, we'll say, it could sometimes keep you stuck. And you get paralyzed by fear as a result. And then it causes you to feel restricted. Like you end up getting stuck. Because you're not able to see things as clearly as you had hoped. Or, thought you could or would. It's almost like Spirit's giving me this energy of, like a pressure cooker. Like I'm getting someone that, will start talking to you and then suddenly it's like they want you to answer, but they want an answer right now. And they may even snap their fingers like, hello, wake up, that kind of energy. That's what Spirit's showing me. Whoever this person is. And it's holding you back, beautiful. So be careful about this energy, whoever this person is, because they're going to try and stunt your growth, is what Spirit just said. Why? Because they're too much self-absorbed. And they might make you feel restless, but there might even be reckless actions on their part that's going to have you, in doubt, being afraid, questioning yourself. Even, other people's intentions. The ex-husband. Okay. It very much could be him. Well, if it is him, let's see. Wait. I'll wait. Hold on. Spirit, give me more. Give me more about this hermit, immature man. Why is this here? Yeah, I think you're right. They might try and interfere in your life, beautiful, because they see you as this Queen of Wands, who's very passionate, charming, confident, energetic, visionary, strong. And, you take action. But I feel like they're standing on unstable ground. And so now they want to restrict you from your growth. More or less meaning like because they're not happy, they got to make you miserable. So I see this Ace of Pentacles coming out, but it's in reverse. Okay, so they're not wanting to um, help you. They're wanting to hold you back. But they also see that you have the potential of something big. And they want to get in the way of that, of you achieving that. So you think it's the ex-husband? Well, be careful. All right, Spirit. Show me occupation. Why is that here? Clarify, Spirit. Occupation. Why is the occupation here? Nine of Cups. Clarify, Spirit. What else? Give me more. Nine of Cups. Why is the Nine of Cups here with occupation? This feels like your spiritual growth. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. And Four of Wands at the bottom. Beautiful. I really feel like you're heading in the right direction with your spiritual work. Because you're getting a lot of emotional fulfillment from it. You're excited about it. I just heard you try and seize every moment you can. You gravitate towards it instead of running from it, but I still get some frustration too. The Spirit's asking you to be patient. That everything you're meant to see will come. It just may not always come in the way or the answer you expect. But you're meant to invest in it. Because I even have the Nine of Pentacles that came out. So this is your reward. Like your material, yes, but it could be your spiritual, mental, and emotional too. You're standing strong, solid as a light worker, as a friend, as a family member, someone that people can relate to. You're very energetic. Your energy is very inviting, very loving, very warmth, nurturing. And because you're able to do this and the way you do it, Spirit's going to bring you a great reward in the process because you're going to find this Nine of Pentacles with this Nine of Cups as that emotional fulfillment, but even for your overall well-being, whether that's, if you need, a material possession of some kind or maybe some extra money. I'm not saying I'm be rich, but I do feel like you'll be gifted when you least expect it. And that's gonna be like spirit's reward to show you like, yes, you're doing it, you're going forward. Keep going. Keep going, beautiful. You're gonna get that reward. Know that. Keep investing, keep growing. It's all right here. And 99 might be a big number for you. Because you're going to find yourself happy and celebrating. And you're going to find a lot of support because I got the 4 of Wands at the bottom. So 4 of Wands is all about celebration, a special event. Getting support from your loved ones. Knowing that people are beside you and behind you and everything. And that's a beautiful energy to get. Sunnyland, you keep going, beautiful. And no, you don't stay down, beautiful. You get back up. Hey, it's like so many of them want me to stop. And then, after I'm done with this reading with you, Sunnyland, I'll share with you a couple of things. Eternal already knows what I'm going to say probably, but I'll share it with you. All right, Spirit. Show me routine in the future. Clarify, why is routine here for Sunnyland? Mind over matter. Spirit, give me more. What else, Spirit? I get you like still trying to overcome something, even in the future. I just heard break away the cycle. So there's a need to break away or break free. And this could be part of the routine. Because I have the routine card in the future. And this is all about your daily task and plans, the way you plan things. So it's patterns, predictable, unchanging, consistent, accustomed, uninterrupted, or steady. So there's some things you're still trying to overcome. But I feel like you're getting to the end of it. And I feel like a lot of this is your spiritual growth, your spiritual awakening. Because I have you here in the 5 of Cups, but it's in the reverse. And 5 of Cups all upright is all about that guilt, regret, mistake. Even, feeling like you've been hurt. Someone could even take it as, they've been done wrong. And, they trust the wrong person, that kind of energy. But reverse, it's you coming out of that. Coming out of it with more awareness, with a sound mind. And that's why I have this King of Swords here. Because Spirit's saying you're going to come out of this with a sound mind. Unafraid. You're going to be standing on the side of truth. No matter what anybody else says, you're going to be on the side of truth. And there's going to be truth in everything you do. Everything you touch. It's even like that energy of by the book. Which, by, routine in itself. You was literally born into darkness. That's beautiful. And I'm sure all of them thought you wouldn't come out of that darkness, but you have. That's like Eternal. Eternal has dealt with a lot of darkness himself. And he's come out of it too. Alright, Spirit. Can I get some advice? And I'm going to pull some other cards for you, beautiful. Find a couple of my other oracle decks. Spirit calls me to. Spirit. What's the advice for Sunnyland, please and thank you? What's the advice? What was what? Eternal. Spirit. Show me. What's the advice for Sunnyland, please? And thank you. Talk on it. No, Spirit. Let's try this again. Oh, all I said, Eternal, if you misheard what I said, baby, is you also were like, you came out of darkness. You were in darkness and you came out of it. That's what I was saying. I was telling Sunnyland that. Alright, Spirit, what's the advice, please, for Sunnyland? Page of Cups. Be your loving, warm self. What else, Spirit? Know that changes are happening, and some of them need to happen. But sometimes, you know, even going through those changes, like that transitional period, it's difficult. But it's one that we all have to get through. Because I got the Tower behind the Page of Cups. And I feel like Spirit doesn't want you to be hardened by this Tower, okay? Whatever this Tower represents for you. They still want you to be this soft Page of Cups right here. This genuine person who's loving, warming, and caring. You know, because you're more like that Queen of Cups to me. But the Page of Cups came out. And Spirit's just bringing that message to never stop being that loving, gentle self that, yeah, may not have all the experience. You may not have all the answers, but that's okay. You're still going to be strong and confident in what you do have and what you have to offer others. Just don't allow any negativity, any challenges, any hardships to change you or to harden you. What else, Spirit? What else does Sunnyland need to hear for the advice? Please and thank you. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. This might mean you gotta, you know, be selective about your energy and where you put your time and energy into. And that's quite all right. So Spirit's saying, when you're going through the Tower, or these obstacles, these challenges, or just this Tower is forcing you to see something for what it is and to change, just make sure you are conserving some of your energy, pulling back and being selective about who you give it to, so you can still be like this loving Page of Cups. I still say Queen of Cups. I don't know why the page came out, but what else, Spirit? Keep changing and keep growing is the other thing Spirit just said. And take some time to relax. Because I got Four of Swords, which is all about taking time to relax, contemplation. Because if you can do that, then you're going to find your Nine of Cups there. All about wishes granted, having that emotional fulfillment and success. There will be rewards, I just heard, once you get to the end of it. And don't allow people like your ex or anyone else to steer you differently from that. From what you choose to do and how you do it. Spirit said be brave. And don't falter is the other thing they just said. Alright, let me find that deck here. I have a couple of my other oracles. Well, I'll pull one from this first. Spirit, what closing message do you have for Sunnyland? Please and thank you. Man, I thought I had that other deck out too. Did I put it back? I thought I was setting up my my iPad so y'all could see my entire desk, but someone told me not to do it. But I don't know. Oh, I put it back. That's why. I'm looking at myself all crazy. It's like, where's that deck I used for Alejandro? Alright, Spirit. What messages do you have for Sunnyland? Closing messages. I'm going to pull from a couple different decks, and then I'll pull an angel card for you, beautiful. And then I'll do you, Eternal. Spirit, what closing messages do you have for Sunnyland, please? And thank you. Oh, I didn't realize it was already 7 o'clock. I gotta take my medicine. Alright, Spirit. Closing messages. What else does Sunnyland need to hear, Spirit? Please and thank you. The untainted. Don't worry about malicious talk. Your light will not be tarnished when they try to ruin your reputation. That's pretty. That's a strong message. Because that makes me feel like this over here. Okay, so like you said, your ex-husband, you called the snake. He can't tarnish your reputation, beautiful. Even if he goes through and wants to talk, let him talk. Don't worry about what he says or what anybody else says. That's funny. Spirit just said this message was for me too. Okay, Spirit. What else, Spirit? What else does Sunnyland need to hear? Doggone it. So I should be leaning more on my desk. All these decks just get scattered. Move this. What other messages do you have, Spirit, for Sunnyland, please and thank you? These two came out. The innovator. You're not meant to follow the crowd. Choose the path less traveled and unlock the power of your mind. Ooh, and I just got chills, Sunnyland. Because you know how I said, like, part of the advice was, like, that tower? And I'll probably put those cards back. What do I do with that deck? Uh, well, I know you know what I'm talking about. When I pulled out that tower card. And like I was telling you, you're going to have to go through some of those changes because there's some things you're still waiting on to happen. Or you're waiting for that advice from the divine, but sometimes they can't give you that answer because they're still waiting for other things to unfold. And it's going to challenge you, like this card, right? It's saying, you know, it's going to do that because you're not meant to follow the crowd. You're meant to walk your path alone. And yeah, that path might be more challenging. It might even give you at some time, some points in your life where it's like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, this sucks doing it by myself. You're not going to be doing it by yourself forever, but there's certain points you're going to have to walk it alone to get the full lesson for that growth. For, you know, your spirit said educational, yes, but also for your stamina, for your resilience. And you'll shine much brighter because the other one that came out is the Phoenix. And it says you're undergoing a big transformation to reshape and change unhealthy habits, unleash and ascend to your higher self. You're like this Phoenix. Look at all this fire coming out, Sunnyland. You're going to be like this Phoenix. You're supposed to ascend and rise again. And yeah, there might be points in this you feel broken. You might even feel like you're cracking away like eggshells. The Spirit's asking you to believe in them and believe in yourself. That you'll make it through. Because you're going to start attracting more. You know, people will be more attracted to you when you go through and finish this transformation. And it's going to happen to where people will start begging for your time and attention. And that's when you're going to really decide. Kind of like what I'm having to do. Do you allow everyone to have access, or do you limit your access to only a few people who you feel are deserving, or, you know, give you the same time and affection and energy that you try and give to them? Oh yeah, learning to alchemize. That's a hard one. It's hard to take that energy and transmute it. But you got this, beautiful. Don't think you don't. Okay. I'm going to pull from this other deck real quick. Spirit. What other closing messages does Sunnyland need to hear, please, for her highest good? Oh, yeah. Because you have to constantly put your shield up, too, because you know after some time goes by, your shield around you will weaken. And that's when people will try and break through it. And you got to be careful. And you always got to make sure you go back and strengthen it again. And I know sometimes we may not have time to do that because we might be in the middle of something. Or we might be out somewhere. But if anything, try and excuse yourself and find a bathroom. And just, you know, go in the bathroom. And, you know, just ask your spirit guides and your guardian angels to strengthen that shield around you while you're out in public. And they'll do that for you. Because I have to do it as an empath. Alright, Spirit. What other messages do you have for Sunnyland, please, and thank you? You're the star. You're all about that hope and inspiration. Be inspiring. Like this Phoenix. Like this innovator. You're meant to inspire. So how you're learning to use alchemy, it's going to be your superpower here soon, I feel. One more message, Spirit. One more closing message for Sunnyland, please, and thank you. The apple. This is you seeking that knowledge and understanding that there's going to be risk, but know that there's also reward. Just make sure you're not being tempted by the wrong things or getting distracted. Because even the devil likes to come in and try and distract us to take us away from what we're working on. So we don't grow. So we don't reach higher. I keep hearing 5D for you, Sunnyland. And 5D is where the Akashic is. So there's something big here about 5D for you. The Spirit's not telling me what that is. And it might be something you still gotta go through before they reveal what exactly that means. But there's something big about 5D. And then the last one I have here is Disco Ball. And this is all about your freedom. Exploring that freedom. Freedom of self. Freedom of societal, expectations. Freedom of personal relationships. Holding you back. Not allowing them to get in your way. Even when they try so hard to get in our way. Or they try to taint your focus or take your focus away from what you're working on. Just make sure you're still having fun too at the same time. And I get it's hard to find the balance of both. But Spirit's encouraging you to still make sure you're having some fun. But don't get tempted by things that aren't important. Gosh, if I can talk right. That's why I'm looking all crazy. It's like I'm over here looking for another deck and it was buried over here. I should know better. I hope this is making sense to you, Sunnyland. Alright, Spirit. Can I get an angel message for Miss Sunnyland, please, and thank you. Show me, Spirit. What's the message for Sunnyland, please, and thank you. Energetic shifts, light beams. And it says, this is a time of healing and change. Old energies are being released from your world. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect on what you have learned and how you can grow. You are being called to be open and aware of new information that is being revealed to you, for it is pivotal for the next phase of your journey. And the positive affirmation is, I create space for learning anew. I create space for learning anew. And I just got chills, Sunnyland, by this entire message. Because it's pretty much exactly what I've been saying to you and what you've been telling me. And I think that's beautiful. It's those energetic shifts. It's moving you to grow maybe even a little bit quicker than you had wanted or were allowing. Like they keep pushing you a little harder, but you're trusting Spirit in this. So I love that. And I love that for you. And that's what I got for you, my beautiful lady. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all your help and your love and support. for my channel and for me and being there. I so greatly appreciate you, beautiful. And thank you for trusting me to read for you. Spirit is always on point. Yes, they definitely are. I agree. And they always tell us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. Even if that means they got to nudge us in the butt a little bit. What do I do with that other deck? Keep overlooking things. No, that's not it. Oh, it's right there. Hello, Amanda. Yeah. Oh, true indeed. I completely understand what you're saying. It's wild, isn't it? Why has your body been aching a lot more lately? And if it has, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sending you healing love and light. Oh, you're so welcome, Sunnyland. Ouch. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's, Sunnyland, what I was saying earlier, it's like people, even out here on YouTube, if we were out in the open, like it has been, I can't tell you how many times when I've been out there streaming and people are just, they're watching. They don't say anything in the chat. They're just there, lurking, waiting. And a lot of them are my haters, the ones that want to see me fail. And they're hoping they can see my ending. And what's even more funny, oh, okay, yeah, I agree with you too, beautiful. It is. It's miraculous what we go through. But Spirit knows that we're built for it. I'll have to send you an email, let you know what I'm talking about what I'm fixing to say. There was even someone out there though who manages to bring me up in their stream. They don't just do it on their channel. They've done like videos with using like stuffed animals and like trying to tell a story, and it's like, you really think I'm an idiot? Like, you don't think I know you're talking about me? And there's one of them out there that does that. Yeah, I'm not impressed. And, and I just thought to myself, it's like, yeah, I know you're threatened by me. You hate the fact that I'm out here. I got it. I've always known because I know they've been on my channel watching me in the background because I felt them. And that's the one thing that they don't understand. They don't understand how I know they're there. And it's, because like you, I'm an empath because I feel that energy. Or you get those ones that, as I felt before too, who make these snide comments, who will watch my stream and I'm wearing, a certain outfit like a dress or a top, and it's the ladies. It's the haters, the ones that wish they were me but aren't. And they'll say something like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she's wearing that. Is she really wearing that?" Yeah, I am. And so I pick it up all the time. And Eternal can tell you that too. He picks it up. I don't let those people get to me. And I tell them, and I used to acknowledge them a lot in my streams, but when I've done it lately, I forget about them. They get overlooked. They don't bother me because I always tell them it's like, you'll never get me. You know, you're never going to knock me down. You keep trying, but you don't understand I'm a fighter. I'm going to keep getting back up. And I'll still be here. So even people who come across your path, some of them will not like what you do. They might even be jealous of what you do because of what you end up receiving in the end for it, or just the happiness you get, the emotional fulfillment, and they want to take away from your happiness. Why? Because they're miserable. And that's what some of the other people in the background who've watched my channel, you know, I'm not saying they mean anything bad towards me, but at the same time, they're not happy with their own life either. So it's hard to watch someone like me who can even be going through something maybe challenging or something similar like what they're going through, but I'm not allowing it to get me down. I'm still getting myself back up and doing what I got to do. To where they, on the other hand, don't know how to do that. They don't know how to alchemize. Like, you know, you're learning. It's like they don't understand what any of that means. Trying to turn all that negative energy and allow it to fuel you to do something positive to change the outcome or change your life. They won't do that, or they may be too lazy to want to even try, or they think automatically they're already going to fail. It's like, and what they don't realize, failing is never getting up and trying. So yes, it is. It very much is. Well, it's like all the people out there too. Um, you know, I find it funny, you know, because this one person said, I don't have any skills. And it's like, yeah, I know. You wish I didn't have any skills. Because if it really didn't bother you, you wouldn't have never mentioned me, you know. Um, but you can read through the BS, is what I'm saying, Sunnyland. So I'll send you the clip if you want to watch it, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. And and I'm just laughing at it though. It's like you just wish that I was that way, or you wish that I didn't have this ability, or you know, or I didn't look this way, and because I'm a threat to you. You don't like that because me being here is competition, and that's what they don't like. And I remember I even made a comment on one of my streams last week, I think it was. I remember I had said something along the lines like, well, I don't have to, you know, take off my clothes in order to get attention. You know, the people who are meant for me will come for me. Why? Because they believe in my abilities and my gifts, in my skills that this person believes I don't have. So where they show up on screen wearing, like, I kid you not, a bra. I remember one of the times I had watched it, they had on a bra, but you can see through the shirt they had on. You could clearly see. Um, and there was other times that you know, I've seen them wear just like a bra, or like um, a very revealing top where it looks like their boobs is gonna pop out. You know, something like that. And then they get up and they move around like they're expecting to get likes that way, and it just is like that's just difference between, you know, me and them. I'm not on here trying to just sit here in my, you know, bra and underwear and get guys to like me or come to my channel. They're gonna come to my channel if they really like my energy. Yeah, they may like what they see, but really the people who are gonna come are the ones who are genuinely there for my abilities. So it's not just gonna be the men, you know, the women will come too, which many of them have. So and I remember I said, well, if I ever dared to get on here one night and wear like my bikini, or wear even something that's very revealing like some kind of negligee, if I was to do that on a live stream, I would shut YouTube down. That and I could do that without trying, you know. So I just find it funny. It's gross because it speaks about them in that way. It's a reflection of them. But yeah, you're right. It's gross too. And how, you know, they crave that type of attention. It's like, no, I don't need guys getting thirsty over me. That's not the kind of tension I'm looking for. I'm looking for the people, men or women, who are there for my energy and my abilities. Not just because I might be considered, or in their view, an attractive person to look at. Nope. So that's one of the other reasons why I did what I did with the stream today. That's exactly right, Sunnyland. What goes like with my saying? I haven't said it in a while, and I always forget to say it. But I've said this on my stream before too. I've always said to people, because it makes me think of someone in my family. I won't say exactly who, but it makes me think of someone in my family who used to compete with me. Um, and I've always said, you could be the most attractive person in the world, but if you have an ugly attitude, that makes you the ugliest person in the world. The physical doesn't hold a candle to anything because, as we all know, looks are going to fade. But the inside, that stays forever. So, you're exactly right, beautiful. And that's how I see it. So, but I hope those messages resonate for you, beautiful. I hope it helps you. And thank you so much again for being here with me. I enjoy talking and hanging out with y'all. And see if we can do it without no interruptions. I really like it like this. So yeah, I was thinking of possibly doing it Wednesday nights too. Just for the people who are on at night. Who may end up working at night or sleep during the day like I do. So I was debating between 8 or 9 o'clock to start it. I had to munch on something. I sometimes forget how draining reading can be on my body, where I have to munch real quick. Holy crap, Amanda. Sorry. I just knocked some of my cards over. I need like one of those cubby holders. That's what I need. Okay. Eternal, are you still here, baby? Or are you still talking about making dinner? Because I can always do a reading for you a little bit later, baby. Okay, baby. Well, I can do your reading later. So I know I gotta probably munch it anyways. I'll have to go in there and make me a sandwich to fuel my body so I can do your reading, but also do some of my recordings. So if you want, baby, you can always reach out to me after you're done. You have my number. You know how to reach me. Sound like a plan? No way. Where you gotta take Georgia to? Oh, okay. Well, just message me when you're done, baby. And I'll do a reading for you then, okay? So I can end this stream so you can finish cooking dinner and say goodbye to Sunnyland and I don't know, Sunnyland. Someone came through last week and it was a woman. But no, she didn't have long silver hair. But she had a barrette in her hair. Her long white hair and white gown. Well, I'll keep that in mind. What's her name, Sunnyland? So I can have that warning in case she does pop up. And it sounds like there's a story there, but I won't press you. Well, you never know. Her name's Barbara. Okay. Careful, she's tricky. Okay. We'll wait and see. Never know. She might surprise me. All right, my beautiful people. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you so much for being here. I can't thank y'all enough for y'all's love and support. And for those who have bought a reading for me, thank you. It deeply helps me. It's my business, and it really makes it worthwhile doing what I do. So thank you so very much. And Eternal, reach out to me later, baby, when you're finished, all right? Ooh, and I just saw a blue spirit orb over here. So they're around. So I'm wishing y'all nothing but love and light and all the best. Same to you, baby. Good night.